What's happening, everyone? Jason Wright here. Good to have Sarah alongside me today. I want to talk about something that doesn't get nearly enough attention in the service business world, and that is managing client expectations. Specifically, how AI can help you do it better and earlier in the relationship.
Why earlier?
Because most client problems don't start when something goes wrong. They start at the beginning of the engagement when expectations were never clearly set. The client assumed one thing, you assumed another, and by month 2, you've got a frustrated client and a confused team.
So it's really a communication problem that shows up later as a delivery problem.
Almost always. AI helps you fix it at the source. Before you start any engagement, you can use AI to draft a clear, plain language document that spells out exactly what the client is getting, what they're not getting, what success looks like, and what their responsibilities are in the process. Most service businesses skip this or bury it in a contract nobody reads.
What's different about the way AI helps you write that document versus just writing it yourself?
AI asks questions you forget to answer. When you write it yourself, you fill in the things that feel obvious to you and leave out the things that will matter later. When you give AI the scope of work and ask it to draft an expectations document, it often surfaces gaps you didn't think to address. What happens if the timeline slips? What does the revision process look like? Who is the point of contact on both sides?
So it's like having an editor who's been burned by vague contracts before.
That's a good way to put it. It also helps you write difficult conversations before they happen. If a client is regularly missing deadlines on their end and it's affecting your work, AI can help you draft a professional message that addresses it directly without damaging the relationship.
That's the part most people avoid because they don't know how to say it without it getting awkward.
AI removes the blank page problem for uncomfortable conversations. You give it the situation and ask for 3 ways to address it, from gentle to direct. You pick the one that fits the relationship and you send it. The conversation happens before it becomes a bigger issue.
Most client problems are really just communication problems that sat too long without being addressed.
Setting expectations clearly and early and addressing misalignments fast is the difference between a client who renews and one who doesn't.
That's the real cost of letting expectations drift, not just the frustration, but the retention.
If you're listening to this podcast and you like what you hear, I have an offer that may be genuinely helpful for you. Head over to intentionallyinspirational.com, click on free resources in the top menu, and select the Intentional Growth Framework. It's a free resource that helps you identify exactly where your marketing and automation have room to improve and where AI can start doing more of the heavy lifting. No cost and no pitch. Just a real conversation about where the opportunities are in your business. Thanks for listening.
See you next time.
See you in the next episode.
Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, stay curious.